students, now in this video let's continue the chapter theory of attributes. Now here first of all we have to see about notation. In previous video we have seen the definition of attribute, the classification and the Likert scale. Okay, now the notation. Now here suppose the population under study is divided into two classes according to the presence and absence of single attribute. Then the presence of the attribute, the presence of attribute is denoted by capital Roman letters, such as A, B, C, D, etc. is called as positive class. While the absence of the attribute is denoted by a small Greek letters, such as alpha, beta, gamma, delta, etc. is called as negative class. Now, for example, suppose if A represents the attribute of blindness. A represent attribute of blindness, and suppose B represent the attribute of sickness. If this is, then obviously alpha must represent the attribute of opposite of this, attribute of sight, because A, B, C, D are for the presence of the attribute. So A for blindness, so alpha must for sight, and beta must, now here the sickness, so beta should be the attribute of what? Health. The attribute of what? Health. Okay. Now here in this is one class where the presence, and here this is another class where the absence of the attribute. So these two classes are known as the complementary classes of each other. The two classes according to presence or absence of an attribute are said to be complementary classes, and the attribute alpha used in the sense of not A is called as the complementary attribute is called as the complementary attribute of A. Complementary attribute of A. Similarly, this beta, gamma, delta are the complementary attributes of whom? B, C as well as D, etc. Now the combination of different attributes is also can be done. So the combination of attributes that of A, B, A beta, alpha beta as such. Now here next part we can see the combination of different attributes is denoted by what? AB, A beta, alpha beta and etc. we can say etc. Okay. So now here according to example this AB, what does it says? This says it possesses the blindness and what? Sickness, both. Blindness and sickness. What about A beta? What is A beta? It says the blindness, A for blindness and beta for health. Blindness and opposite of B, that is health. Again, what about alpha beta? Now alpha for sight, the sight and health. Again, if I say alpha B, then what does it? Alpha B is for what? The sight, opposite of blindness, that is sight, and B for what? Sickness. B for sickness. As such, the combination can be done. Now, the next part, let's see something more about dichotomy also. Dichotomy is what? If we form two classes for the presence of an attribute or the absence of an attribute, that is known as, that classification is known as dichotomy. Now here, what the class? The symbols in that one, the symbols such as A, AB denote a class of observations. Class of observations. Now class frequency. Class frequency. The number of observations assigned to a particular class to a particular class is called as class frequency. Which is denoted by bracketing the class symbol, bracketing the class symbol. Thus, this A stands for the frequency of class A. Frequency of class A as such. Now, in that one again, positive class frequency. Positive class frequency. So, the frequency of positive classes is what? Positive class frequency. As A, B, AB, etc. are positive class frequencies. Are positive class frequencies. While the another negative class frequency. Negative class frequency. So it is, what does that? Here alpha, beta, etc. are the negative class frequencies. Negative class frequencies. Okay. Now, the next important definition is of order of classes and again some details in class frequencies. So, order of classes. Order of classes and class frequencies. So here a class represented by n attributes is called as nth order class, and the corresponding frequency as the frequency of the nth order. Thus, a class having one attribute, class having only one attribute is known as the class of first order, etc. Now, let me form a small table here so that it will be very clear to you. Actually, the total number of members of population, members of the population, total number of members of the population n without any specification, of attributes, is known as frequency of zero order. So here the table, number of frequencies, what does this? Here the total number of class frequencies, of all orders for n attributes is given by 3 raised to what? N. In case of two attributes, the total number of class frequencies are 3 square, that is equal to what? 9. Now for this let us form a table. Now here the order and the frequencies, let's be write table, suppose order and frequencies. Now here two attributes are there, so total number of class frequencies 3 square, that are how much? 9. So here first of all of 0 order, 1 order or 2 order. So frequencies are what? Here total number of class frequencies, that is capital N. Fine. That is total number of members of population, that is capital N is here. Now for of 1 order, that is of 1 attribute. So A, B and what? Alpha, beta is here. Fine. And here the combination is there. So AB, A beta, then again alpha B and alpha beta. These are the combinations. So these 4, 8 and 1, 9. So total frequencies are how much here? 9. 3 square, that is 9. Now let's see a relation between class frequencies. Relation between class frequencies. Relation between class frequencies. So here what? Any class frequency can always be expressed in terms of class frequencies. higher order, of higher order. Therefore, all the class frequencies of various orders are not independent of each other. Thus, this n will be what? This a plus alpha also, because a having that presence of an attribute and alpha having an absence of attribute. Similarly, n can be written as b plus beta also. Fine. Now, again, this a can be written as ab plus a beta also. So here ab will give presence of both. Here a will be present, b is absent. So here this a can be written this as such also. Similarly, alpha can be written as alpha b plus alpha beta. Fine. Alpha beta, okay, into alpha again. Fine. Again, similarly, this b, what about b? B can be written as what? ab plus alpha b, and beta can be written as a beta plus alpha beta into what? Beta. Now, these all relations can be described in the form of table also. So let me prepare a table. These are equivalent. This table and these are equivalent. Let us prepare a table here. Suppose A, alpha and total is here. Okay. And here B, beta and total. So A into B is here. Okay. Here what? A beta. And here the total is what? How much? A. Total is equivalent to A. Here it is alpha B. Here it is alpha beta. And here the total is alpha. Again, here total is how much? B. Here total is beta. And here the total is what? N. This is a small table to memorize all these 6 relations between two attributes. 2 different attributes we had seen here. Okay, you can easily memorize this one. Now, here we will stop for this video. In next video, we will see ultimate class frequency and how to check the data is consistent or not. Also, we will see further the conditions for consistency of the data and independence of attribute and the criteria for independence. Okay, thank you.